we really had some big dreams and admirations going into this fall food plotting season. However, didn't turn out that way. We weren't able to match the right stem up to the four-wheeler for the ball. We had a 2-inch ball, but it was like a heavy-duty one, which had a thicker stem, which made it impossible for us to use with the four-wheeler. So anyhow, what we thought was going to be the best food plot ever turned into our plan B, and I think we really kind of nailed it, honestly. I think we're going to have a really good fall food plot. So watch the video and see what we ended up coming up with. Well, the adventure continues. Finally got the four-wheeler fixed. Got it fired up. Well, the hole for the threads to fit through just weren't big enough. 2-inch ball was too big for 1 7/8. It's been one thing after another. I do like how it dished up. If we had everything in line, it would have worked out great, but kind of how things go. That's all right sometimes. Anyhow, our plan now is we're going to broadcast some fertilizer out. We're going to crimp, roll. Actually, we're going to broadcast fertilizer and then throw our seed down as well. And then crimp and roll. So it's about all we can do at this point. Going with a little 5-card draw for our food plot this year. It's got a good mix of but winter wheat, oats, white clover, turnip, chicory. So hopefully we can get some of this grass laid over and kind of create a thatch and get some of this taken off. That's what the seed looks like. Some nice bigger seed. It's got the yellow jacket coating, so hopefully it'll hold out and take. 5-card draws going on the ground. Not the method that we were hoping for, but we'll see what happens. Heck, I don't know. Maybe the crimper is the best tool we got. This laid down really, really good. I mean, compared to what it was, if you look down there at the west end, I mean, it's a lot different. So up here, since we don't have the disc, we're just going to mow it down really good. And then we're going to throw the seed down and go about it that way. Probably just pack it down with like the roller or even the four-wheeler tires. Should work out pretty good. This ground is really, really nice and moist up in here. The more we keep getting down into the dirt, there's all kinds of moisture in here, so it should be good. It's about a 75-yard stretch, maybe 10 feet wide. So as you can see, this is why we call it the landing strip. It's just like a nice green landing strip, hopefully. But I think it'll turn out all right. Got it all nice and laid down for the most part. Justin cut it and I ran back over it with the four-wheeler and rolled it in. And there's enough of this dead thatch laying down here that you see that hopefully, you know, it'll cover that seed. And see one right there. All right. On to the next one. Walking down here to the lima bean to get started on it. Justin, he's down at the easement finishing up with it. He's mowing it so we can lay a little better of a thatch over the top of it. We want to get everything kind of laid down, compressed, and then mow off what's standing up, which is kind of those hard, ooh, about tripped myself, those hard weeds that just don't want to lay down. So anyhow, he'll be up here in just a minute, and I'm going to try to clear us out a trail to get to Lima Bean. We've got a bunch of blowdown this year with all the storms and everything. So long story short, I got to clear us a path. Cutting some shooting lanes on the stand that we just threw up. It's a little spot that we call the landing strip. It's just this nice strip. Comes straight down here and across. We tore the dirt up and kind of sits up here on this nice little cedar triangle here. Kind of comes up this way, makes a nice little triangle. Yeah, there you go, bud. Well, it's Sunday morning, and as they say, the fun must always come to an end. So this is the new little strip that we put in called the landing strip. Good little view of the runway. Justin's putting some last little touches on the bow stand up there. We hung our harness rope to where when we get up in the tree we can connect onto, and put a bow hanger up there as well. All in all, we feel like it was a pretty good little trip. Things didn't exactly go as planned, but sometimes you just gotta deal with what you got, and honestly it turned out really good. Can't quite tell, but if I reach down here, there's a real heavy thatch layer covering all this seed, and you can't see much seed. A lot of moisture in the ground. Like I said, they've had about 7 inches of rain in August alone, and so anyhow, I'm pretty sure the seed got into the ground, got some good seed to soil contact. Got our scrape going over here. We were viewing the camera. We got a couple nice bucks that had come in here. We got an old buck that visited this scrape a couple different times. So, yep, we're just kind of hoping we can do the right things to have a successful deer season. Move on down to the next one. We're walking up here to the Lima Bean. It's really nice to know that we were still able to get it in. Down here we went ahead and we broadcasted the fertilizer and the seed into all of this leaf litter. And then we just started dragging the heck out of it, and it actually turned out really, really well. This vine's been hanging here forever, so yesterday we went ahead and put a little bit of a mock scrape stuff on there and a little bit down by the base of the tree. So hopefully the Lima Bean, we can get something to grow. We've got some good open canopy up here, and it's getting a lot more sun. Rather than doing the whole food plot, as you can see, we didn't even worry about that back end. We just kept it in a straight circle all around here. So anyhow, it's a little more than just a chip shot from the stand, but that's all right. Any kind of food and growth in here. See the stands right up there. Any kind of food we can get growing here is going to really be beneficial. Wrap things up. Things didn't really go the way that we wanted to, but in the end, we still get things done. Still got to make it happen. So we weren't able to disc it, but we crimped it, we rolled it, and then we thought, well, we'll drag it. We ended up mowing it, we dragged it, and I mean, as you can see, this is what we ended up with. I mean, it's a pretty nice looking plot. We've walked through plenty of times, can't see any seed. I'm pretty sure that it's definitely underneath the ground. Got some great seed to soil contact. I mean, when you get to digging under the thatch and kind of digging into the dirt, you can run across some, but I know the fertilizer and the seed is in the ground, and that's the main thing. We were able to get 3 plots done. Maybe not the traditional way or how most people would get it done, but you know, we drug the lima bean and, as I said, broadcasted the seed and fertilizer right in. Same deal, you know, we just kept turning it and turning it. And, you know, eventually we were able to get it underneath the ground. You know, it was 5-card draw, it's throw and grow. You are supposed to get it underneath about a ½ an inch is what the bag says, and I'm pretty sure we did that. So all in all, it wasn't how we drew it up, and might not have been the most cheapest weekends, but we got a lot done. We got 3 good food plots set up for the fall. Now we just need to get some rain. We got our blind done. We got the stand hung on our new spot. We have 7 cameras up. You know, I really like how we hunt the perimeter and we leave the whole middle as just kind of a sanctuary. We've got 3 food plots kind of set up throughout, one at the south, one at the north, and then one over on the west end. So, I mean, can't ask for any more. Now it's just up to God and whatever He wants to give us. So, anyhow, I want to thank you for joining us. It might be a little bit of a lengthy video, but hey, you know, sometimes seeing a video where you kind of got to go through some struggles and trials and tribulations, you know, that's just like anything in life. You just got to slow down and think about it, figure out a way out, like, share, subscribe, and keep following along. Deer season's coming up quick.